Hey, what's good, everybody? It's Kale Sits here. And honestly, today it's a tragic day in the sports world. It's a tragic day for LSU fans. It's a tragic day for Kyren Lacy's family. It's a tragic day for Kyren Lacy's friends, family, relatives, or anybody that was associated with this man. I personally feel like this is devastating because you really don't know how much time you have on this earth. You really don't. Kyren Lacy was a star receiver at LSU University, Louisiana State University. It was heading into the NFL draft and was going to be making millions within the next year or two at best. Now, he did have a lot of off the field issues, but that had nothing to do with how he played on the field. On the field, he was a monster. On the field, he was a dog. If you guys revert back to the Classic Bowl game, LSU versus USC of the 2024-2025 season, the first game, on the money, all over the TV screen, Kyren Lacy scoring a touchdown, celebrating, going crazy, the main attraction, the star of the game. You wanted to see him get the ball more because he was young and turned. What I didn't realize, and what a lot of us didn't realize, is when you do get in trouble behind closed doors, and when you do get in trouble in front of the world, when they know you as something great and now they know you as something not, you don't know what's truly happening behind those closed doors of that man. Kyren Lacy, in Kyren Lacy's mind, it's I'm a star at LSU. I just had a great season. I'm about to go to the NFL draft. I have a chance to make millions and take my family out the hood or out of poverty or out of anything that I don't want them to be forever. And my dream as a kid has been met. Now you take away all of those and you have a man who doesn't see life clearly anymore. You have a man who feels as if he is not worth living. And no matter how high you are in life or how low you are in life, there is another day worth living. Why? Because you never know when you're going to get your big break. You never know when you're going to, for a second, your life can change like that without you even blinking. And I heard a story. There was a story of a guy who was literally dead broke, had $60 to his name, trading. And he just was trading for years. Rooming with roommates. You feel me? Just trying to get some money, trying to get a big breakthrough. And in 1 month, he went from $60 to a profit of $160,000 off of trading in 1 month. He literally wanted to drop dead out of shock because he realized his life changed literally in 1 month overnight just because he did not give up. And only thing that he told everybody was, please, whatever you do, do not give up. Keep going. And that's the message here for all you young football players, or all you football players, period. Young, old, in the middle, in your prime, on the back end of your prime, just starting off a brand new career. The last thing you want to do is think that it can't happen to you or that you're not worthy enough. It can happen to you, so please be aware of your surroundings and of your mental health and of your physical health. Or realize that anything can happen to anybody, and anything can happen to you with or without you wanting to happen at all. Me personally, in my life, I've dealt with a lot of death. At a young age, I lost my mother. The very next year after that, I lost my brother. A couple years after that in high school, I lost my very best friend that I grew up with. A couple years after that in high school, I lost a high school ARU teammate with that I've been playing with for over 5 to 7 years. A couple years after that, I lost my great auntie. And then a couple years after that, I lost my cousin. So death is very, very normal to me. And I don't for 1 second desensitize it, or I don't for 1 second just brush it off my shoulders like it can't happen to me or like it won't happen to me. I'm scared every day to die, but I'm not living scared. There's a difference between being scared to die and living scared to die. You get what I'm saying? And I don't believe Kyren Lacy ever thought that he was going to die, but at a certain point in time where he thought that his dream, his goals, and everything that he ever worked for was over, he thought that life was over and there was no coming back and there was no bounce back story and there was no nothing. Come on. If you guys look up the name Jack Jones, was a 5-star cornerback receiver coming out of high school, committed to USC, got in a little bit of playing time, but got in some trouble at USC, left USC, went to another school, got in some trouble at that school through an armed robbery, got left there, went to another school just for a year, goes and gets undrafted in the NFL, goes and plays on some undrafted and works his way up, finally gets a shot at the Raiders after a couple of years. I'm talking about he's so much older. And he's only my age, but when I knew him being a star to now, he looks like a way different man. But it goes to show you that Jack Jones for the Las Vegas Raiders, number 18, the cornerback, did not give up on his dreams. No matter how much trouble he got in, no matter how bad it looked, knowing he wasn't going to get drafted, everything against him to quit the NFL and not keep playing. And he decides to keep strapping up the goddamn cleats, the shoulder pads, and the helmets so that way that he could one day say, I lived out my dreams. I made it. I am in the NFL. I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And that is what I feel Kyren Lacy should be doing, or should have did, or could have watched and learned from and grew a part of to be a part of. I hate hearing about athletes' death. I hate hearing about death, period, because death is nothing to play with. I'm sorry to Kyren Lacy and his family. I'm sorry to the LSU community. I'm sorry to the NFL, who's going to get a bright star, whether you guys believed it or not, whether he had off-the-field issues or not, he was going to be a bright star in your league. I'm telling you. Rest in peace, Kyren Lacy. Gone way too soon. Gone but never forgotten. Rest in peace.